we are now going to be moving on to Losers Finals, which is a position that Anarchy Stars is very familiar with. They won Losers Finals last month against X-Name 3-1. And now they find themselves back here yet again, this time taking on PayBack, who hasn't accomplished anything other than a couple of Gamma Bracket appearances, now guaranteed at least third place in this tournament, if not better.
Not bad to see for a first time in Alpha Bracket at all. Should be exciting to see how they do here against Anarchy Stars, since you've said they have a good bit of experience in this.
Oh, and by the way, PayBack, once again, has been playing their entire tournament in Losers Bracket. They lost in the first round of winners to 3 Elves, 1 Santa. They lost 2-1, by the way. So they've come the closest to beating this team all day long. And now they won against Saturday Night Speedle 2-1, Karmeshi Colony or 2-1, 2-0 against the team name I can't pronounce, 2-0 Starfish and 2-0 No Bow, or 2-1 No Bow. A 2-1 in which they were losing very convincingly, I guess you could say, in Game 3 and able to find a way to get the dub there. Anarchy Stars, like I said, experienced in this particular situation. But so that means experience in this situation from the standpoint that they were in winners finals last month as well. So they know how to manage that break. They're not going to be one of those teams that's going to be coming into this set like, oh, we've just been playing Fortnite for the last 30 minutes, or, we've
they
been
hopped on
grinding
Galatro, started really figuring out those numbers.
They got the right kind of format that they want to use for their break. So they should be coming out in this one with the best version of themselves. We'll see how PayBack deals with it. Game 1, Splat Zone's Robo Ramen.
Always an interesting one to see. It's a stage that I think gets played a little too much just going in a straight line right out of that hallway, rather than taking advantage of how many different entrances there are. Pretty awesome.
What's kind of funny about Low Ink is with how, I don't want to say required, but it almost feels like Snipe Rider is a requirement, especially with the North American League. I mean, I think Bandit on Duck Motif might be the only player I've seen not use it. Unless I'm just not
Basil's
mistaken.
Been playing E-Leader like for all of the NA League.
Oh yeah, but you'll still see, even Moonlight will still sprinkle in the Snipe Rider here and there. But what's funny is in Low Ink, you would think we have a rule that says you can't play Snipe Rider. In fact, maybe I should check and make sure nobody on our staff typed it in hey, Snipe Rider's banned, because nobody uses it. And this is one of those maps where it's just like, oh my gosh, I cannot get a splat on that Snipe Rider for the life of me. Well, you don't have to worry about it because nobody uses it here, in Low Ink at least. So we'll see how this goes.
It should be very interesting. It's always a stage that really kind of lets teams figure out how the rest of the set's going to go. It's one that very much so allows for a lot of experimentation, and definitely some unique comps can work here. So PayBack being so short range might not be too much of an issue if they use their specials really well. They just don't even have the mid-range weapon they're using, which is the one concern I have consistently with them.
Game 1 of this best of 5 match, as we see. Well, maybe I should have been paying more attention to Anarchy Stars when I wasn't casting here, but they are clearly using a Snipe Rider, thus proving that it is tournament legal in Low Ink. To go along for the actually, this isn't too far off from
No, this is kind of a real comp.
It's a real, yeah. This is a grown Squids comp that we're seeing here coming out from Anarchy Stars.
Which is always exciting to see. 2 Dreadringers here will definitely be an interesting battle if we ever see PayBack even attempt to have a chance at getting into mid. They're having a hard time going anywhere right now with the amount of pressure Anarchy Stars is putting out. Those Reef Sliders are not getting near the zone.
So the issue I was kind of talking about with this one is you really see an issue when it comes to getting a splat on the enemy Snipe Rider on this stage in particular. And, well, you're kind of set up to get splatted by them. But they do have the Ink Zuka, and you saw them fire the Zuka as a way to kind of back Riv up. If you can't get the splat, you can at least try to get them out of position in a way to get into the zone. Reslider doing a good job on the backside there for Payback as they're able to cap the zone, but they don't have the lead just yet.
Yeah, Zipcaster at the ready should be a good opportunity for them to really start making a push. The Booyah Bomb coming out, allowing the Zipcaster to just barely hang on for dear life. But that's still going to be Anarchy Stars getting pushed way back. Rin attempting to continue to hold that position, but it's not very sustainable. Finally having to back off to the more traditional snipe. And the zone somehow flipping thanks to the power of Dreadbringer, quite frankly.
And the power of Fimbrim, who used the reslider and then got cut in a rut-row raggy kind of moment, instantly got splatted after that. Came to a conclusion right there. So we're stuck in this awkward tug of war, back and forth. But once again, the Snipe Rider just kind of, okay, we don't have zone. I go back here. I get a splat. Then we start moving up. They throw a lot of things at me, but they're not going to actually get me. And then we're going to wait for the Zipcaster to help us out. Maybe a Booyah Bomb on the backside of the zone. And then we start pushing up here. So it's going to be difficult for Payback. Yeah, they can cap the zone with their reslider all day long, but hold on to it long enough to get the lead. They're going to have to start doing things exactly what they're doing right here. Snack starting to push up. Has to basically win that 1v1, but no, yet again, just when they have an opportunity to do some damage here, it's the Snipe Rider who's slowing everything down. They can't get rid of the pencil.
Yeah, it's really a pain to try and get those Snipe Riders out of position and force them into locations. That's a great question, Hookgun. There are choices being made on this stage. I don't understand why the other Dreadbringer jumped out a minute ago when there was a free jump in. I'm deeply confused often while watching Lowing. They make such fascinating choices, and I respect that for them.
I think you should be able to splat somebody while they're in the reslider, and that's exactly what happened right there, despite the fact that I'm pretty sure that's not even game legal. It just happened right then and there. Here comes a reslider into the enemy base. Snack survives it. Fimbrim able to jump back out at this time, but all the penalty points are gone. The pencil is starting to get pushed up. They got specials ready to go. It's now or never for Payback. They just need to go in and get some splats, which they are. Ooh. Two going down. They flip it into their favor. And now they're starting. Oh, they still can't get the splat. But Nico says, no, I'm going to splat this Snipe Rider if it's the last thing I do. And now they finally get the splat on it.
They do, and that's an important splat to get. It's made it so Anarchy Stars is essentially having to fight directly out of their spawn, and they might have to use the Reef Slider to try and break out here, which is not what you want to have to do. They're really close to all specials online. Not necessarily something that we love to see. We tend to like to see them a little more staggered, but they just need to break in at this point. The Reef Slider not going to be able to come out. This should be Payback's game to win.
Well, two players going down. This probably will be, no, it absolutely will be lead for Payback. Will it be enough to get the KO? And they do! They survived the reslider coming in at the last second, and Payback doing just enough. And finally, just going all out, saying, I'm forgetting everything else. This pencil needs to die. And the pencil finally did. Payback keeps the streak going.
Always exciting to see. There's just so much going on in games like these. And the double Reef Slider always makes it an adventure, especially on that map, because it's such a guaranteed cap there.
If you kind of place it in just the perfect spot, which it looked like it didn't connect right there, which again, you're running out of time. You just got to fire that sucker off.
No, the zone fully flipped after the timer ended.
Oh, yeah. You're correct, actually.
So it would have done the job if it had been 2 seconds sooner.
That's one of those moments where you just go to Little Judd and be like, how many challenges do I get in this set? Can I throw the challenge flag there? Can we review that?
Seems like that should be an option.
There should be. Every now and then the game should do something that is like against the rules of the game, and you can like challenge it, like the built-in kind of something like that. Just to make things more.
Just something to make...
Add the human element.
Chaos. Yeah, we need ref calls, actually. Adding refs to Splatoon surely will cause no issues and no more anger.
If TOs had to actually referee this game,
this game wouldn't exist.
That would be an adventure here. We do have the counter pick in. It is Splat Zones at Hagglefish Market. Again, this is the counter pick coming in from Anarchy Stars. They haven't won on Splat Zones yet, so they're more than welcome to counterpick it yet again. which is shouldn't be no surprise. I would be shocked if they changed anything.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like that game went badly for them for the majority.
No, not at all.
And it's another pretty
lost,
strong pencil map.
And
let's say that about every pencil map to every map.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, because Urchin isn't in here.
Yes.
Which, in some retrospect, we probably should have put Urchin in there just because it is making a lot of appearances in other events.
It's very fun to force teams to run something they don't usually.
Well, that's the thing with Low Ink. You rarely see. I know we're about to see Snipe Rider again, but you rarely see it. So it's,
yeah,
it's not like
sometimes see them you'll see teams completely switch to like Red Dapple for Urchin rather than even like a heavy edit or something.
Oh well, actually, excuse me. We're not seeing the pencil here. Instead, that is the vanilla heavy. I know one Low Ink staff member is beyond thrilled to see that get pulled out here, but oh my goodness.
I wonder why that over the heavy edit here.
Or do they not have soda at all? They don't.
No, they don't. That's why I'm so confused about it.
They must really want that wave breaker to do something for them. Oh, did the wave breaker get the splat right there?
Maybe.
We'll give credit. That's why they wanted to pick it. They knew the Dapples was going to stand right in front of it. 40 chess.
They knew exactly what the Dapple was going to do. I mean, surely if they knew it. Well, actually, to be fair, if you ever are against a Tetra, Wavebreaker is about a Tetra's worst enemy in the entire world.
I mean, that makes sense, but Dapples have kind of made Tetras obsolete at this point. Case in point, as you're seeing right there, Zipcaster being used here. Keep in mind, nothing else has changed for Anarchy Stars. There's no other comp difference that they're using here other than the vanilla heavy. But right now, it doesn't really matter. All they got to do is get splats, create a lockout. They're not going to do just that. And instead, the V Heavy has to retreat. The zone will go back into the favor of Payback, but they won't hold on to their lead. Are they going to throw that thing? Kept the zone. What are you doing?
That's such an interesting choice. Not to sound mean, but that one's not your best choice. Actually, that Reef Slider's pretty good. Maybe don't throw the Booyah Bomb on the zone that will take you half a second to cap.
Regardless, they do get the lead back. Just a little bit of an awkward situation here. And if they get a lot of splats on top of this, which they won't because Fimbrin has something to say about that, Wipeout, actually, Anarchy Stars cooking yet again.
Yeah, looks like they're going to be able to really start holding forward here. Definitely a great position to have an S-Blast in, being able to set up right under these ledges, taking advantage of the 100% accuracy Luna hitbox that it has for some reason.
If Payback does not get the lead or the zone back right here, yeah, I was about to say, they had all four of their specials ready to go at the same time. Like, if you're not going to get it right there, you're just not going to get it, period. By the way, neither team has cooler.
No,
I mean, we talked about Anarchy Stars. I just realized Payback is cooler.
No, but they haven't run it at any point while we've been watching that.
And it just took the other team not using it for me to recognize this entire time.
It's definitely interesting to see such an aggressive comp without cooler. I'm a little surprised they don't just slot it in over their shot and have an NZAP there instead, quite frankly.
Well, maybe the shots, like, look, I want to keep my Zuka. I'm able to kind of be aggressive with this as well. And, you know, they're very short range. You add in an NZAP somewhere, like, it would make sense to you and me, but to how they want to play the game, it wouldn't make sense to them. And obviously, it's working out right now. They're not going to hold on to this zone. They do have a lead. And right now, Anarchy Stars going to have to find a way to start pushing up, creating a lockout.
And luckily, they have managed to start that process. The Dreadringer in a strong position here. I will say, Anarchy Stars, if they manage to get it set up under ledges, should be ridiculously strong, especially if they keep managing to take jump-ins to that heavy. It should just allow for them to really keep the map in their color, keep the space they need without needing to take a lot of risk, especially with that really well-timed Reef Slider to let them survive that splashdown. Wow.
Two Squids still up on the stage for Payback, but they're going to need more if they want to keep this one into their favor. The leads keep adding on here for Anarchy Stars. More Squids going down. Payback's not going to get to the zone in time. We are tied in this match at 1 apiece heading into game 3. Nicely done by Anarchy Stars with the comp switch. You thought we were going to use a high tier weapon. No, we're switching to a much lower one, and we're going to get the dub with it.
I think if Heavy had a different kit, I think Heavy as a main weapon is still crazy strong. I think it's an incredible main weapon. Its kits are just so bad. But it still has hope for a third kit, technically. It doesn't have one yet, so there's hope.
I mean, you saw the remix in Splatoon 2.
I loved the remix.
Be very successful. Even the Vanilla Heavy had its uses. And if you were... Yeah, well, yeah, that was the use I was kind of... it had its use.
Kaji played it. If you play Heavy Splatling and don't know who Kaji is, you should look into the history of Splatoon a little bit. For fun.
If there was one player I would like to see come back, it
Kaji?
would definitely be for sure.
I mean, just an amazing player. As happens every time I'm on a broadcast. Wow, I love Kraken Paradise and Ghost Gaming. Shocking news for everybody.
Well, if you think back to the start of Splatoon 1, there weren't a lot of weapons to go with, but V Heavy was pretty popular.
The problem is that the moment any actual charger gets good, Splatlings get put in their place so quickly. Wow, I can't believe we're going to tower control Inkblot.
Well, this is Payback's counter pick, right? Yeah, so this is...
Yeah,
I mean, if you got like if you have a home field that you're keeping being successful on. Field. I know, but it eventually... So we've shrunk the map list so much that...
I think that you should force them to play on bad maps again. I think we need to let Blunder Heights in.
One thing I like about... Well, not like enough to where I want to implement it in a tournament I run, but I like as a viewer from the Splatoon 3 North American League is there's, 50 different stage mode combinations you can pick from.
And it's still a pretty limited map pool. You just can go to any mode, which makes a huge difference. But
if you feel like, our opponent has probably never touched Turf War at Humpback, and my team's been practicing it exclusively, then that would be like, I have like an advantage here over you. This is a smart counter pick to make. With the map list, as they are across any tournaments, they shrunken so much to the point to where there's not really
anything that bad anymore.
And with how flexible Anarchy Stars is, like we were talking about, even if Urchin was in this, we can just use the Splatling. And we'll be just fine with how we want to do that. But instead, I think this is just more of Payback saying, look, Anarchy Stars isn't going to be unprepared for this, but we're going to be comfortable here. So let's just roll with that and see if we can get the good vibes going. And they're sticking with the Vanilla Heavy.
I mean, it's not too shocking to see, I guess. Like, it's rough for them to not run Cooler, but the Heavy should be able to hold off pretty much everything everything Payback's running on its own, quite frankly. It outranges it all by quite a bit, so unless they're tossing specials at it, it's a very safe weapon.
I wonder if Anarchy Stars, if Riv just said, hey, they're not using Cooler. Can I not use Cooler 2 and play a weapon I actually want to play? Because I don't know any Snipe Rider player that actually, like, oh boy, I'm playing Snipe Rider, kind of situation. But
it's a lot like Zap players last game. It's a very similar impact. But what a great opening here coming out of Anarchy Stars. Really incredible special usages. Maybe a little slow to hop on that tower and a little slow to lay some paint down, but a really solid opening that should set them up well to keep the rest of the game going in their favor.
An opening set up by the Dreadringer Fembrin, who every time we see that player, they're getting a whole heck of a lot of splats right there, triple on top of that. But it hasn't resulted in anything. Sorry for the hiccup, as things have kind of stalled out here a bit in the middle, although the orange team in Anarchy Stars now trying to find ways to push up. Having a lot of difficulty getting up that ramp. Well defended by Payback.
Payback doing an excellent job here, not allowing Anarchy Stars to move forward. Just their Splatling player left, forced to jump out. Not going to be able to keep holding that position. And look at how much turf Payback is laid down in just like the half second they got to have mid.
Look how quickly as well. Oh no!
Okay.
Okay. It's
Fair
been a
enough,
while.
Payback.
Inkzuka hasn't been like as annoying as it has been in the
No.
past. So we'll give praise right there. Nice double there by the Inkzuka.
You have
That
to
might
try for
open
him
the
now.
door for Payback to actually get a insurmountable lead at this point.
Yeah. And I mean, this push isn't done quite yet. Just the blaster left up. Seems like they're still in that space. They do get taken out. Nice cleanup. And hopefully Anarchy Stars is going to focus on painting up. And that's a bad time to have a DC if you're Payback.
Oh, boy.
Push past 50, not when you want to see it.
Well, the winning team had to push back 50, but they have to stop playing to get this. So they're continuing to play this out. So this is going to count. Yeah,
But
this is definitely going to count.
Yeah. So it's this is why it's important to have really analyzed the rules when you're playing a tournament. But
Yeah, so
it still seems pretty winnable for them.
Well, no, it's not. There's no way.
No, the blaster got a full triple one time. I believe now.
There's way too much time left on the clock for it. I mean, they just have to clear the second checkpoint. But yeah, they should have just stopped playing because Payback. Yes, it's past 50, but if you're the team that has the lead and you DC and there's still enough time left, you get the replay. Like, you don't get punished for having to. Oh, you.
Your mental's shattered forever.
I think we're
quite
offline.
frankly. Oh, are we offline?
I think the stream is, yeah.
Oh.
Yes, at least for Twitch we are.
Yeah, it's definitely offline on Twitch.
Well. Meanwhile,
there's Splatoon.
Anarchy Stars does win.
Which, to be expected with the DC. But this is why it's so important to read the rules and know the rules as well as you possibly can, quite frankly.
And just to confirm, are we back online? I think we are, actually. People might be stuck listening to commercials.
Well, that's on them for not being subscribed to IPL.
I'm not subscribed to IPL.
Neither am I. Apartment. I'm not going to subscribe to Twitch channel.
Seconds. We saw the last, the rest of that match of players isn't even back in the lobby yet. So if you are listening to, we're going to wait out like another 20 seconds or so to see if we'll tell you what happened at the end of that. Yes, for sure. And I'm just looking at chat to see. I'm not sure why Payback even played that out.
They might have been meant it was GG. You just have to play it out.
Back from the ads. We saw the rest of that probably went the way that you were expecting it to go, and hopefully we're.
I'm seeing people saying ads are over.
Okay.
I'm seeing them also saying that.
Right?
Yeah.
They get the gist of what I'm trying to say.
Exactly.
So Anarchy Stars wins that one. The player who DC'd for yet, and there hasn't been any conversations going on in the match chat about what happened there. Again, that was the player that was the splatter shot has to this point. So I'm going to do some investigative work to figure out what happened there.
Had to do their homework actually. Event. It might not. Hopefully nobody set spaghetti on fire on the stovetop again.
And in case bracket.
Well, now they mean a little.
Oh, I mean they count, but I mean it's not like we're not in nobody's in conference play yet.
Yeah.
They're mostly just.
They're just games. Cool. Seems like we might be back.
We could be.
Possible. All the players are in the lobby at least. We take that.
To whoever in chat keeps unplugging us.
Stop.
Can you stop? What is your problem? What is wrong with you? We're just trying to play a tournament. We're just trying to have fun here.
Look, we get we're not the North American League. You don't need to unplug us though.
Yes, and I'm tired. Look, you guys are gonna blame us for the stream falling apart. I blame you guys, the idiots in chat. You know what you did, and you better get it. You better get it together, or we will be very cross, won't we, Nox?
Yes, absolutely. I'll pull out my old riding instructor voice. You don't want to hear what I would say to children on horses.
And hey, Are we okay? So here's the situation. Yet again, to recap, player DC'd for payback in game 2, game 3.
We DC'd also.
We
from
no,
Twitch.
well, actually, we didn't DC in the game. We saw the whole game, so
That's-
there's no. Oh my gosh! And
Combo,
wait,
quite frankly.
that's a player
That's the
from
other
Anarchy
team!
Stars. That's the opposite team having an issue now.
Well, surely they replay this. Please, guys. I believe in
Please,
your
not
ability
cancel.
to replay the game.
One player didn't even make the jump out of the
Oh, there we
espresso
go.
machine and fell to a what I'm assuming. Oh, there's water down there. They're not. in
There's
the
water
sky,
down
so.
there. They're drowning.
So
They're
no,
melting.
they like instantly evaporated. Like as soon as an Inkling touches water, it's just like instant death and body disintegrating. It's horrific how they make
is.
it out to be. I can't believe this game is rated E.
It's a post-apocalyptic game. It's really shocking.
Oh, and now, okay, whoever the host, okay, I was about to say they started without the player. Okay, so payback, just to recap. Payback DC'd in game 3. They could have gotten the replay, but they played it out. So they took the L. Anarchy Stars able to get the KO there. We DC'd, but we got it fixed now. We hope.
Probably.
Now, as we're loading into tower control ship shape, the second counter pick by Payback. Anarchy Stars had a player DC out of the lobby before we even started, so there's like no replay there. We're just trying to see, and that player has joined back in. Everybody's got to ready up.
And this time it'll all go smoothly. This time for sure.
Okay, everyone in chat, can you hold hands with the person to your left and your right? Let's form a giant circle here of friendship, and let's see if we can't combine our powers together to get this game 4 up and running. And if it doesn't happen, I'm going to look right at you guys who aren't holding hands. It's going to be on you again. You guys got to hold your weight around here. I don't have anyone next to me. Look, there's got to be someone like in front of you. Or,
Yeah.
You know, we're not by ourselves here. We're
You've got to
community.
figure it out.
Hey, there's 4 players from Anarchy Stars.
There we go.
And there's 4 players from Payback, and they look ready for a fight. Coming
And
out
we
with
have
a
a
slosher. The longer, what a massive range increase for Payback here. That's basically their anchor weapon at this point.
Yeah, which not what you traditionally use the slosher for, but you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes.
And that's the blaster player who switched off the slosher. Okay, so they don't have blaster for this map, but they do have ink strikes ready to go.
They have ink strikes and booyah bombs, so if they need to hold at the end, there should be somebody that can do it for them.
Okay, just in case someone DCs when we have a huge lead, we now have 2 GG specials that we can spam at them. I love the 40 chests.
Thank God there's no Stingray. They'd be layering that in with it too.
By the way, Rin is just having a field day
Yes.
at the enemy base. And a huge lead. Well, I shouldn't say huge. There's no such thing as a huge lead on tower control ship shape. But a good opening minute for Anarchy Stars that is going to be rolling into a good opening 2 minutes if Payback doesn't do something about it.
And it seems like it might. I would also love to highlight how well Ribs played throughout all of this. Their Splatling and Pencil player. They've been getting really consistent, really good picks. They've been playing their range really well, which is so important in the weapons Payback's running. Just awesome to get to see good Splatling play. Not something that gets a lot of play these days, so I always like to highlight it when we can.
Second checkpoint falls into the favor of Anarchy Stars as they're knocking on the door of getting the KO. Fimbrin using the reslider just to stay alive a little bit longer. Gets to 5 remaining. If this was any other map, you'd be feeling really good if you're Anarchy Stars. Instead, it is tower control ship shape, and in a blink of an eye, it could be over into Payback's favor. And there's the wipeout. But the tower is just now getting to mid. However, it's a great opportunity for Payback to get set up to go in the offensive.
Definitely is a good opportunity for it. And once again, they have that big range advantage, which is going to help out a lot here, especially when they remember to dodge the splat bomb at the absolute last second. But they remembered, so it's okay.
I think
Once
the
again,
dodge
great
roll
pick.
saved them, actually. I think they did the dodge roll at the perfect time to where it deflected the damage. Otherwise, that's a dead squid for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, not good to forget about a bomb right in front of you in Splatoon.
First checkpoint falling. Everyone's still alive onto the board. There goes the S-Blast for Anarchy Stars. So here goes 2 players, actually, and the Booyah Bomb already thrown, so they're not going to have that. The only thing they're going to have ready to go is this re-slider from Fimbrin, who's going to be loading it up any second right now, and they desperately need to hold on to the second checkpoint if they want to get the victory right here. Another player going down for Anarchy Stars as PayBack is doing all kinds of great things right now in a great position. The Tri-Strike's going to lead the way. Nothing you can do at this point. I told you. I told you. There's no such thing as a lead here. In about 1 minute and 30 seconds, it's over for PayBack.
Completely ridiculous map. I'm glad we use it so much, but it's a completely ridiculous stage. There should be some level of lead that is safe, and to see a stage where there's just truly not is always such an adventure.
And this match from hell just keeps moving on. What kind of nonsense awaits us here in Game 5 is
We're
PayBack.
going to tower control ink blot again. Obvious. No, they won that one. They can't do that.
So here's what we can't do. We can't do splat zones. Both teams have won on it. We can't do tower control. Both teams have won on it. We can't do Rainmaker because neither team wants to do it. So we're going to Clan Blitz.
Wow, how times have changed.
Times certainly have changed. No, we can't do splat. What are we doing here? Oh, no, I'm wrong.
Why can we go to zone?
Because it's your most recent win you can't go to. So
That's too complicated.
Anarchy Stars' most recent win is tower control. So I misspoke. They can go back to splat zones. They just can't do tower control.
I think the old case used to be the rules, though, Popgun. I think the rules have just changed at some point.
When we were on Battlefy, that was the rules. But
it was that long ago?
Yeah, actually, it was either December or November of last year where we did I think it was November where we did the first Low Ink on Cindo.Ink. So we've been on this platform for over a year now, or like just at a year.
Good.
And it's been, oh my God, it has been, oh my goodness, it is. I'm never going back. If this site crashes, I quit. I'm not. You're not making me go back here. By the way, the replay of the replay of the squid roll did kind of confirm. Actually, no. I don't know.
I don't know. Who knows? In theory, you can dodge roll and not end up on the tower, so you never know anymore.
You know those squid surge like off the wall?
Yeah.
Does anyone use that ever?
Range blaster players every once in a blue moon.
Because like a splatling, it doesn't even work.
No.
Like there's no.
No, it's like exclusive to blasters, I think.
Regardless, though, we are going into a decisive Game 5. Winner moves on to Grand Finals to take the unbeaten in matches. 3 Elves, 1 Santa. Both these teams have lost to that team today. Both have taken at least a game off of them as well. No comp surprises coming out from either team. Sticking with the vanilla heavy. The pencil was just a Robo Ramen thing. Riv trying to make a statement here.
Yeah, which is cool to see. Not a bad Splatling map. Not a shock to see them sticking with it. And also not a shock to see 2 Dreadringers here. It is a Dreadringer friendly map to a bit of an extreme.
Right now, the opening play going into PayBack's favor. They are going to get the lead, and they are going to get a great opportunity to hold on to the zone when it starts to lower, and we get a lot of extra space that can be inked up to build up some additional specials here. So we'll see what kind of lockout PayBack can create. But here comes the first re-slider from Anarchy Stars. Any moment now.
Yeah. Seems like PayBack's going to use theirs first, but the reef slider comes out. The zone is neutralized, not quite capped. There we go. And it's just the shot left up, so Anarchy Stars should be able to really start setting up here. They should be able to, between the heavy and something else, be able to get this shot pinched and taken down. Even though it seems like it's taken 3 players to do it, and the S-Blast ran out of ink in the process. Not what you want to have to do.
Now, here's my theory. Is that a good play by the Splash, or is that a bad one? Good in the sense that it drew attention, bad in the sense that now when they spawn back in, they're going to be a little bit desynced from their teammates because they're going to be spawning in way after everybody else did.
Probably a bit of both. It's probably good that it drew so much attention. They probably should have tried to find a time to jump out, because I think there was one. So they could have dragged attention and then escaped, potentially. But that's a pretty big lead going over to Anarchy Stars right now. And
eventually,
PayBack wants to set up. And yeah, it took him a second to get that zone, all things considered.
Even with the wipeout, the zone still eventually did go back into Anarchy Star, but PayBack has it right now. And penalty points all but gone at this point. It just comes down to can they get the splats. The S-Blast is gone. We start seeing some players rotating back over to the left. Here comes the Reslider, and they just don't have an answer for it at this point. And that's the frustrating thing about this tug of war. It's like, okay, your Reslider, then my Reslider, and now a great opportunity for them to start pushing up. And then Brim realizing, I'm a bit out of sync right here. Maybe I should get a Reslider ready to go, because here's one's coming immediately on top of the Booyah Bomb. We saw them use both of those specials at the same exact spot last time.
But it doesn't matter, quite frankly.
Where'd they go?
Riv has just been shredding everyone.
Where did they go?
The Splatling's eating them alive. The little bit of extra range is just making such a difference on this map. It's really allowing for Anarchy Stars to take up as much space as they want, to be as dominant as they want. And now the game's pretty much over. There it is. Anarchy Stars winning this set 3-2. A long one for a loser's finals.
The heavy Splatling has a good matchup, a fantastic matchup against the Dapples.
Yes.
I wonder if that's kind of what they were. I wonder if that was a cause of concern in game one with the pencil, to where they were like, you know what, let me go to the heavy edit here, and let me see if I can put some wave breakers down. Let me put some wave breakers down to be annoying against that Dapples. And let me also use the extended range that I can use to get some more splats on that and just kind of take the Dapples away. I wonder if that was the play, because it worked out in the end there.
It did. It worked out really well for them. And I think part of it was also just realizing that PayBack's comp didn't have enough range to, quite frankly, challenge any anchor. So having a faster, more mobile one allowed them to keep up with PayBack's pace better too.
But that's going to do it for PayBack. They had a very long losers bracket run, and it got knocked out by the team that finished second place last month, looking to end their second place curse here as we move on to grand finals. That'll be coming up momentarily. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back here with more Splatoon action in low ink here on IPL.